So hi, welcome to this podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday.
I should be in Baltimore seeing Don Broker right now, so no, it's not a happy Monday.
You didn't have to go to Baltimore. That's okay. You get to hang out with your friend.
Yay.
Yay. That was so
That sounded so sarcastic. No,
Dude,
I love talking to you.
So stoked to be here talking to you.
So stoked to not be seeing Don Broker right now.
Yeah,
Fuck Don Broker.
That's the energy. That's the energy.
There you go. Yep.
I told Glory earlier before we got started that I would not be seeing Don Broco, and you would have thought I told her I murdered her dog. Like,
yeah. It was bad.
Yeah.
Screaming, crying, cursing.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I will not be attending the Don Broco concert tomorrow, but that's okay. I saw Don Broco and the home team both earlier this year. Both fantastic shows, by the way. I know you saw Don Broco already. You just weren't a huge fan of them yet.
I wasn't a fan at all. I was like, oh, I think I know that name. I think I know Don Broco.
I hate when that shit happens.
Because then I look at the set list that they played, and I'm like,
I didn't appreciate it for what it was.
All of these songs.
Yeah.
I know all of them, and I fucking like. They fucking played the "Como tu bebé, como tu." Oh!
That's why I just don't get into bands anymore.
It's too much pain, isn't it?
I like who I like, and anybody else.
You stick with that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that band was cool when I saw them live, but I can't get into them now.
No, because I'm just gonna be fucking pissed.
I'm be pissed I didn't appreciate the set list for what it was. But yeah, I hate when that shit happens. But it is what it is, man.
They'll tour again.
They'll tour again. Yeah. They'll come over here with some like huge support opportunity or some crazy shit. Who knows? Yeah. So.
And I'll be there.
Hell yeah. But there were some pretty sick tours that got announced today. Fucking Beartooth.
Woo!
The Plot and You, Invent, Animate, and Sleep Theory. That's ass crazy. Will be at Franklin Music Hall on January 23rd.
We'll be there.
Yeah, I will be there. As much as I hate going there, I don't miss a Beartooth show.
You don't. You missed once.
Did I?
Yeah, and you immediately regretted it. Like day of, you were like, I shouldn't have fucking missed it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was one.
Sounds about right. Well, I think
it was in like Philly. Was the thing?
Yeah, I missed them with Motionless in White right before the pandemic.
That's actually awful.
It's probably the one you're talking about because I'm trying to go through and I'm like, pretty sure I've caught them every single time. I mean, unless they did a tour that I'm not thinking about and I said I could miss it because their set list has been the same all year.
I think it was literally that excuse that you used as well. You're like, I've seen the set list a million times.
It's possible.
And I was like, that's crazy. I don't know. I can't fucking remember it, but I remember recently, like in the past like year or two, you were like, I won't see him. Or maybe you just did end up seeing him. You're just like, no, I'm not going. And then you showed up that night. You're like, hey guys, Beartooth.
That's also very possible. But yeah, no, I've as much as I can think, I haven't missed a Beartooth show. The last time I saw them was actually in Philly when they did the Underplay shows. I saw them in like a 450 cap little club room. Now I'm going to go see them play a 3,000 cap room in Philly. I told Glory today she has to go see them in Virginia. She said she's going to do her best. That's not good enough for me.
Fucking best. Because it's in Norfolk. It's like fucking 30 minutes
Take
away.
A train.
So I could do that. What?
Walk. Uber.
Dude, I'll... What the date was like? It was like March.
No, it's right after.
Was it January?
It's right. Yeah, it's right after Philly, so it's like January 24th, 25th, something like that.
Okay, yeah, I can. I'll.
There you go. Easy sell.
Wait, January 24th or 25th?
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me. Actually.
She's gonna be like in Arizona or some shit, seeing the
Maine. Yes, actually, I'll be seeing the Maine. No fucking joke, no bullshit. I will actually be seeing the Maine. 24, 20. Actually, no. If I get back on the 23rd, my friend is going to kill me if I cut our trip a day early. If I get back to 23rd and I go that night, I could make it. So it's a possibility, but I do also want to see the Maine 2 nights in a row. So...
because one night of John from the Maine isn't enough.
No, dude, I haven't fucking seen him, and I've been a fan since like 2018. So I feel like I gotta catch up, you know? I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll just rag on you for it anyway.
But okay, you've seen the main like 5 times.
All by accident, dude. It's never been on purpose.
You need to realize how lucky you are, dude. It's like you in fucking water parks. You've seen them like 8 times.
They're just at Sad Summerfest every year. I don't know what to tell you. I just happen to be at Sad Summerfest every year, and there's not another stage for me to not watch the main.
I don't want to fucking hear this anymore. I don't. You're complaining about fucking seeing the main. That is the worst take of my fucking life. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Our last night, they're going on tour. They're playing covers. That's dope as fuck, man.
It's an interesting approach to it. I'm not going to call it bad, but I'm also not going to call it good. It's like, it's a chin scratcher for me. I mean, fucking Broadside supporting us, so I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, but Broadside. It's fully solidifying the idea that they're a cover band.
Which is funny because didn't they get mad at a tweet that like Matt from Pulses made about them being a cover band, and then they announced a tour that's strictly covers,
covers only, and then they're on Twitter like, oh, we might cover a couple of our own songs. It's like, shut up. At this point, just shut up. At
this point, cancel the tour.
It's just a tour. All right, then it's just a tour. You're just playing your discography.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
They're weird.
I don't know, man. That tweet was so funny because
not weird.
Starland Ballroom announced it, and I was like, maybe I'll just go as a joke, like
it's a joke
for the meme.
Yeah, for the meme, I would go for Broadside, but it's like it depends on the covers that they play. But at the same time, what? It's
not even worth it just to go for Broadside because I'm going to see Broadside at the end of next month.
So then it would just be for the jokes then.
Yeah, like yes, I'd see Broadside because I have to watch them to get to the joke part of the event.
Yeah. You mean the best part of the event?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That was an interesting announcement today. And then Code Orange announced their tour supporting their new record
I
today.
like those guys.
Yeah. Another January, February tour. By the way, our Last Night tour is in like May of next year.
They announced it like way too fucking early.
You're not playing arenas. I don't know what that's about. That was a little weird. Like Olivia Rodrigo, yes. Our Last Night,
that shit.
No.
Another chin scratcher move from them, to be completely. I don't know what's going on in that camp right now, man. It's a little.
It was weird. But yeah, no. Code Orange didn't do that. They announced theirs. It's going to be in like January, February, around that time frame. Philadelphia Theater of Living Arts. Got that shit on my calendar. I'll be there.
That's crazy because that's where Don Brogan is performing tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, and I won't be there.
I know.
But that's a good time. And Disturbed and Falling in Reverse are going on tour, playing like D markets.
Yeah, it's like shit. Yeah, like I was like, who the fuck is going to fucking South Carolina?
Yeah. So,
no offense to South Carolinians, it's just like it's a bad tour when they're fucking hitting South Carolina. Like that's like a fucking.
If you live in Toledo, Ohio, or West Virginia, probably like New Hampshire.
They always fucking hit West Virginia when it's a bad tour.
Yeah. If you live in like, I don't know, Louisiana, maybe Arkansas. I didn't really look at the tour. I read it like two or three times.
North Dakota.
Yeah. I read it like 2 or 3 times to like.
In one of your.
Yeah. I thought that it was a joke at first. The cities that they were playing. It turns out it was real. But. Yeah, if you live in a D market, Disturbed and Falling in Reverse are coming your way. At this point, I'm convinced Falling in Reverse is allergic to New Jersey.
They are actually going to fucking South Dakota. Wow, yeah, this is You said they're allergic to New Jersey?
Yeah. I'm so sorry about that.
That's awful.
He
puts on a fucking good show, but oh my god, the shit he's been posting recently.
Yeah,
it's like I don't even think I can fucking say like support the art from fucking separate the art from the artist anymore because the man is a fucking crazy guy.
His Twitter gets crazier every day.
Dude, I'm talking about his fucking Instagram.
Oh, his Instagram is getting bad now.
I don't even follow him, but like my friend would send me like shit just like, dude, what the fuck is he saying? And I'd be like, why are you putting this in my messages? Because he's going off the deep end.
In terms of shows that I went to, I saw Pink Shift, Jiraiya, and Pollyanna this past Saturday in Philadelphia. Unfortunately, the Jersey show got moved to January, so I could not attend that. The venue flooded a couple weeks ago and is still in the process of being repaired. But it was planning to go to Philly anyway, so it was a good time. The tour package, I knew it was good on paper, but getting to experience it, I was like, God damn, this is just as good, if not better, than it is on paper. Seeing all of the bands a good chunk of times, going into this, easily one of the best Pollyanna sets. It was cool to see, because I've actually never seen them outside of New Jersey in all of my time being on their team. So it was cool to see them in another market with kids in the crowd singing the songs back at them. So that was cool. Oh, that's
so cute. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Easily the best set Jiraiya's put on. And also the best set that Pink Shift has put on. Although they did play this new EP in full. Definitely a slightly weird choice, because although it's an amazing EP and we're going to get into that, I don't think it translates super well live because of the kind of music that it is. It's a lot slower.
Compared to their other shit.
And it really builds into something. So like obviously going into what was the first single, To Me, building into that was like the cool live moment. But there were two other songs that they played to get to that, and not quite sure if it translated super well live, but I also hadn't listened to the EP yet going into the show, so I was like a little lost too. But I
hate that feeling.
Yeah, other than that, they put on a good show. Great package overall, and if the Eat Your Friends tour is going down the East Coast to you, North Carolina and Florida, I think, go. There might be Atlanta in there too.
Amen.
But go.
When's the North Carolina date?
Tomorrow. You missed Virginia. It was last night.
I know. I saw it when I was fucking snuggled in bed. I saw fucking Pollyanna tweet out, Richmond tonight, but it was like from 7 hours ago, and I was like, "You're fucking kidding me!"
Shoo, me.
Literally, I saw that, I got mad, and I went to bed.
Dude, I told you about the show.
I know, and then I just fucking forgot. I forgot it was yesterday. Yeah. and I literally, I was on fucking Twitter, and I saw Pollyanna tweet Richmond tonight 9 hours ago, and I remember being like, "Oh fuck," because they were like, "We go on at 7," and I looked and it was 10, and I was like, "Oh." I don't think I'm catching you guys this time. Fuck, dude. I did want to fucking go to that show. I just, dude, you know the amount of shit that's fucking happening.
I do know. Honk shoot me is right, but
amen, bro.
Yeah, that was pretty solid tour package. Motionless in White is my next show at the TLA. Same room that Don Broco is playing, so that's going to be a good time. Underplay, get to see Alpha Wolf, get to see Deadlands. Very stoked about seeing Deadlands because they're all over my fucking Instagram. They're all over my TikTok. They're all over everything. So very stoked for that.
Knocked Loose isn't playing that one?
No, I wish.
Oh, fuck. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
In a fucking 1,000 cap room.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would just like be the tour package. Like call it whatever. Like you don't have to call it touring the end of the world. That's fine. Call it whatever the fuck you want. Fright or fight. Whatever the fuck the trick or treat. I don't know what the fuck they're calling.
Like what fucking Ink did with fucking Thanksgiving, where it was literally just Trinity of Terror, but just.
Yeah, like just take the tour package and put them in a 1,000 cap room, and people might die.
Call it a day. Yeah, it will definitely be overcrowded.
Oh, trust. Dude, I'm fucking terrified because I saw Lovejoy in that room. And Lovejoy should have played a bigger room. Now the difference between Lovejoy fans and hopefully Motionless in White fans is that 2,000 people won't try to buy fake tickets to see Motionless in White because they are playing New York City. Just go there. So hopefully the line doesn't wrap halfway around the block and then some.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a tight squeeze in there. I really couldn't see anything. So I'm scared of that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it'll probably be a good time. Probably be able to see Justin when he gets up on his riser. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a 6'5" dude to be standing in front of me, knock on wood.
Oh.
Or you're gonna show up and tower over me. One of the other.
Dude, I actually just booked my flight yesterday. I'm like, hey, has anyone seen Shane? Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's just gonna stand directly in front of me.
Right here. Oh my God.
For anybody asking, I'm 6'5", Glory's 6'9".
Yeah.
So
it's very close.
Yeah.
But I'm still tall.
And Sharia Moore is 4'3".
No, they're fucking
all the band members.
They're on the ground.
But we've got music to talk about. I don't think you've got any shows coming up other than Ice Nine Kills next month. Shocking. Oh, and Camp Flogna.
I have Camp Flogna.
Yeah.
I have Ice Nine Kills. I think. Fuck, is that it? Oh my God, I have Water Parks, but that's next year.
Yeah, I just bought those tickets too. That was crazy. The Friday announce. And go on sale next Friday, and then just like 4 p.m. same day, they were just like, oh yeah, secret pre-sale, Austin Night Code. That whole thing was crazy. And Loveless being on that tour.
Yeah, that makes me very, because I've wanted to fucking see Loveless since we found out about them.
Yeah.
But should I get my tickets now for Parks? It's Virginia. It didn't sell out last time, so
I wouldn't say it too much because the rooms are a lot bigger. I pounced on it because the band definitely has grown. The band, not this past time, but the time before they were in Philly, before they really, really, really blew up, sold out 2 nights at the TLA.
Awesome.
And the Fillmore is only double the capacity of TLA, so 2 nights at the TLA equals the Fillmore. So I bought my tickets.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. When do you think I Don't Know How is going to announce their tour?
Fucking hopefully soon.
Because they go hand in hand. Oh, I wish I Don't Know How was supporting that tour. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
He needs to find a fucking drummer.
He needs a drummer.
He needs a drummer before he starts thinking about live performances. Never mind.
We do have some music to talk about. America Part 2 put out their self-titled album. For those of you that don't know, I work with the band. So I was on the team for the album. I promise you the opinion is not biased. Okay, maybe a little bit. But
can I say my piece first? Because it's going to be not as long as yours.
Yeah, Glory's opinion is not biased. She does not work with the band.
Mine is pure, like 100% unbiased. Yeah. I do think this is their best shit yet. We've been following AP2 for the past, like,
2020.
Three? Yeah, damn. Fuck. Long ass time. And it's just been really, really cool. I'm pretty sure, well, I feel like it's an open secret. We obviously interviewed them about this. And I told them in the interview, I was like, this is your best shit yet. And it's awesome to see you guys grow and kind of evolve as a band. And I think that this being their self-titled is definitely the best choice that they could have made for this album, because it's fucking them. Like, plain and simple, it's them. I think it's great. I think it's amazing. I'm very proud of them. Well done, guys. This shit bangs. Fucking rocks, bangs, all that shit. There you go. Man. Go ahead.
Yeah, the album is incredible. As Glory said, been following them for a while. I found them. They played the first ever drive-in concert in New Jersey.
That was them.
And that was, I was just wanted to see live music really bad, and it was 15 minutes from my house. So Sam and I went, and that was when I found out about the band. And then we had Alex on the podcast talk about it, and whatever the most recent release at the time was at the campfire at Matt's house.
That's fucking crazy. Oh my god.
And the rest is history. So we've been following the band for a while. We didn't speak to them about their debut record, but we had them on about the EP, which I was working with them at that time, and now the LP, it'll be out at some point in the next couple of weeks. But this is, following the band for a while, being on the team, not being on the team, being a fan, now working with them. Definitely their best shit yet. They've found their sound. It is absolutely deserves to be the self-titled perfect blend of hard rock and new metal and all the other shit that AP2 does. It's got the AP2 flair on it, even though it's a little bit more for the masses. So it is a rockin' record, and I think Set Fire might be my favorite. I also like Out of Touch, and I wish that Ageless Timeless, which is like kind of an interlude to a certain extent. It's so fucking epic the way it builds. I wish that it like was built into a full song, because every single time the drums start with the I'm like, oh fuck, it needs to build into something. And Club Rock, interesting song for sure.
Interesting for sure.
Yes, what an interesting song. But an incredible record if you like heavy music, really any sort of heavy music, because each song is kind of its own separate genre kind of thing, and it all obviously creates a cohesive piece of music. Check it the fuck out.
Yep. Retweet. Amen.
Co-sign that one so that it's not a biased opinion.
I did co-sign. I already said my fucking piece before you said your piece, so I feel like it's fair. Yeah. Hell yeah. Beartooth dropped their new album, The Surface. Dude, I love this band. They scared me. They scared both of us. Like, genuinely, we were like, oh no, Beartooth is gonna have their first flop. But oh my god, this album has fucking highs and lows and points where I'm still like, I still don't like this song, but like, it's good. It's more tolerable in the context. Sorry, I am still talking about I Think I Love Myself. I still, like, I understand the point of the song. It's like, it's good. It's a good song. It has good meaning. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And even in the context of the record, I still did skip when I got like halfway through. I was like, I know what this song sounds like already. Let me just get to the end of it. So if there's like a transition or anything, I don't miss that. But yeah, really fucking good record. I love all the tracks except I Think I Love Myself. I still don't like that one. And yeah, just really fucking solid record. I will never fucking judge Caleb Shomo from a couple singles ever again.
Yeah, I learned to never doubt this man again.
Can't.
I think that I was pretty vocal on here that my my hopes for this album were basically on the floor. They were below the surface. And
they got bad.
Yeah. So going into this record, I listened to it going to work on Friday, and I was like, you know what, man? I just gotta check it out because I love Beartooth. Like, it's okay if I don't like it. It's all good. And it opened up, and I was like, all right, man. The surface is kind of like what I wanted the record to be. All right. Riptide has been out for far too long. A
long ass time. Like since I was fucking born.
Yeah, it's been a year of that song. Doubt Me is what I wanted the full album to sound like. Still not a huge fan of the Better Me or Might Love Myself, but the Better Me is honestly a little bit more tolerable in the context of the album. Might Love Myself still kind of sticks out to me. There's just something about it, like it's like the album is very bright sounding, even the heavier songs. But that one just feels extra bright, and
it just feels forced.
Yeah, and I understand why it feels so bright because of what he's singing about on the song, but it's just like it's something about it sticks out like a sore thumb on the album, and it just, I don't like it.
It would be good as a B-side.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, we wanted this on the record, but it just doesn't fit. And I'd be like, no, this is good. I'd be able to appreciate it. Actually, I would probably shit all over it, but I'd be like, at least it wasn't on the album. But it's fine. Sorry, continue.
Sunshine was fine, but really, What's Killing You actually gave me goosebumps the first time I heard it, because I did not think a song, like, obviously we had Doubt Me, but I had already heard that song. So, and obviously based on the singles, there were songs like Sunshine and Riptide, which obviously have their heavy moments. So like Doubt Me being a single excited me, especially after the couple of singles that we had, but because I think it came right off of Might Love Myself, and I was just like excited for anything that didn't sound like that.
You were like, dude, the fucking bars on the floor, anything.
So like that song did like obviously blew me away when I heard it as a single, but on the record, whatever. What's Killing You gave me fucking goosebumps because I was like, holy fucking shit. I thought that Doubt Me was going to be the only time that the album got this heavy. Obviously the Surface opens and is on the heavier side, but just we go from 100 to 0. Look the other way, and that transition bothers the ever living hell out of me because there is no transition. The song just ends and then the album gets really slow.
Yeah, I did catch that because I remember thinking like, did I skip something? Did I put my phone next to... Yeah, that part was there. I think there was also another fucking album that did that confused the fuck out of me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But that was not. I'm not a huge fan of that. But and then I'm not going to track by track it. The last 3 songs are all solid, but I feel like they all kind of go together. They blend what is experimented with at the top half of the record and the heaviness that Beartooth for. And just kind of make what I expect Beartooth to make, going into this album. Exactly, but the top half of this record and then some was certainly a roller coaster. And long and short of it is, if I hadn't said already, I liked the album. I liked it a lot. I'm with Glory. I'll never doubt Caleb Shomo again, because he always pulls through. But there's definitely a lot of sounds on here. There's a lot of different things that they experiment with, and it's interesting, but it all works in a weird way.
Except for I Might Love Myself. Yeah. Literally everything. If they removed that, I would say that this is like a near perfect album. But
there's something about that song.
Something about it.
Yeah, that this album got like 2 full listens before I just started hitting the skip button on that one. I don't care for that song.
You just gotta create a new playlist, and you gotta put like Shane's version next to it.
But yeah, this album fucking blew me away. I'm glad that they pulled through, because I tweeted on my personal a couple days before the album came out. I was like, my expectations for this Beartooth album are on the floor. Like,
yeah,
I just had no interest in this at all, but they really pulled through. The singles again had me scared. I hate when bands do that shit.
Like, come on guys, just please choose the safe tracks. Don't scare your fans like that.
Because it's like listening through the rest of the record. Yes, knowing now what I know about the album after listening to it, the singles give you an idea of everything that is going to be on this album, except for the very slow song. But there are so many songs on this record that could have been singles that wouldn't have had everybody sweating going into this.
But I also feel like at the same time, if those weren't made singles, like Sunshine, for example, like that's an obvious single, because it's like that you don't let that be a deep cut, or like that's a song that you have to put like in the front because it is on the side of, this isn't really Beartooth.
It's got a breakdown.
Exactly, but it's got a breakdown. It's us, but it's not like what you're used to. And that's kind of the theme that they had with almost all the singles, where it's like, hey, this is like not usually what we sound like, but here you go. And it's just like, I can't really think of them. I know I'd be mad if like they put like the heavier, more Beartooth songs as singles, and then fucking Sunshine popped up, and I'm like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah,
I'd be pissed.
That's fair enough. I think that there was really no way to roll this album out and have everybody happy the whole time. It's just like
eclectic it is.
Yeah, it's just like you've got to stick with it. Like, so if you're someone out there that listened to the Beartooth singles and said, fuck this, I'm not listening to the album, which honestly probably would have been me if we didn't have this podcast.
No, mister, I can't miss a Beartooth show. You would have fucking listened to it.
No, I would have bought tickets to the show and then listened to the album afterwards and be like, all right, if the show sells out, I'm going to sell my ticket.
Evil. That's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous.
but if you're someone that wrote it off based on the singles, check the album out. There's something on here, honestly, for everybody. I've been glad to see a lot of praise for the album on the timeline, because I saw into album release week a lot of negativity surrounding it, because it was so eclectic and so out of left field, and every single song was like, what the fuck did Caleb Shomo do? But they really pulled it together, made a very solid record, and one of my favorite albums this year, I'd say.
Damn. I can't wait to see that fucking list.
Shout out Beartooth. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it'll make the top 10, because there are, I don't like the Better Me. I don't like my Love Myself, and I hate the sudden drop off from What's Killing You into the slow song Look the Other Way. But it is a solid enough record where it will probably get an honorable mention, because we don't have rules regarding our honorable mentions. It could be every album that's not on my top 10 for.
That's actually how I do it. It's my 11th, 12th, 13th. We're like, that's literally how I
we should like have a cap on like 10 more honorable mentions, but it's really just like I start out with 10 and then I go through my last FM and I'm like, wait a minute, I like that album even though I listened to it twice. So I put that at the bottom of the list.
And what kind of sucks is that the songs that usually end up on my fucking honorable mentions, I listen to more than the songs that were on my fucking album of the year list. Like the Kenny Hoopla fucking EP record, I don't know, whatever the fuck, collection of songs, that is like one of my most top like fucking streamed records ever, and that was my fucking honorable mentions because I didn't listen to it that much that year, but then the next year I revisited it. And then fucking Don Broco was on my honorable mentions. I only listened to that thing once and I was like, okay. And then but now it's my fucking top record of the year.
I guess we just got to go back and redo this episodes. I don't know.
Honestly, no.
And going into the next one, Shallow Pools dropped their new album. I think about it all the time. Very glad that the debut Shallow Pools album is finally out. It's been a long time coming. I feel like it was like last November that they announced they signed to Equal Vision, and the press release was like album due out in 2023, and I was like, that's gotta mean spring. And now we're in fall of 2023 and it's finally fucking here. Yeah, say what you want. November 15th. You want to know why I knew that? Because that was the day before my birthday.
That does not feel like a year. It feels like they just got signed like a couple months ago.
Because they only announced the album a couple months ago, but they've been dropping singles. And that's another thing. Normally, we are the first people to bitch about too many singles.
Yeah.
There were 5 singles off the album, and I didn't even notice. I was listening through the record. I'm like, I haven't listened to this album before this, but I've heard all of these songs before.
That's fucking. I didn't even realize there were 5. See, and they did fucking right because they spaced it out enough where it wasn't like, oh my god, they're here again. Which I mean, it's fucking Shallow Pools. Their shit rocks, so I wouldn't be complaining. But it would be a kind of like a guys.
Come on, put the album out now.
Jesus, this album is fucking crazy though. Like, what a great debut, man. Yeah. This shit is fantastic. Truly is like actually like banger after banger. No, what is it? No filler, all killer. Or whatever the fuck people say. Honestly, they did pick the singles properly because they are some of my favorite songs off the record. But it also could just be familiarity that I have with the songs that made me go, oh, I really, really like this song. So give me some time and I'll have a better list, I guess. But IHYK is still one of my favorites. And then also I really liked the closer, No Good at Goodbyes. That one was really good. I don't think that was a single though. No. Thank God. Okay. I'm not a fake fan then. I'm good, guys. I'm good. But yeah, great record. Really enjoyed it. Fucking awesome. I was cleaning my room while I was listening to it, so I was doing a little dance.
Good cleaning your room record. Yeah, this album was solid, as Glory said. All bangers front to back. I still think that Say What You Want is my favorite song, although it's been almost a year since it came out. There's just something about it, like that is undeniably an ass shaking tune. But it's an awesome album. It flows very well, and stoked that the debut is finally here. Stoked to chat with them about it. Interview's not recorded yet,
No.
But it's on the schedule and it will be out soon.
Soon. Keep your eyes out, guys.
Keep your eyes out.
Yeah. Creeper dropped a new album, Sangavore.
Yeah, we spoke to Creeper.
Oh man,
dude, we finally fucking did
it. Like so fucking long ago. I remember tweeting it fucking 2020 and being like, oh my god, they're not gonna get it. And like 2 people got it like automatically, and then nothing happened because the interview didn't happen. But now it's out. It's posted, it's promoted, it's real, guys.
Will posted it on his Instagram story.
I missed that.
He didn't like tag us or anything, but it was on there. He just shared the video, the Instagram post, and I was like, it's fucking real, dude.
It happened, guys. It happened, I promise. Yeah. Great interview, firstly. I really, really enjoyed that one. Will really goes into just everything about the record, and it was all like genuinely interesting. Like I remember just kind of like listening, I was like, am I listening too closely, or is this shit like really, really cool? So I'm remembering properly, it is a concept record. And he goes into the story because did I pick up on it in the interview where I was like, hey,
my dumbass was like, you? Is this a concept album when it was so clearly a concept album?
He was like, yeah, fucker. Dude, it was, I'm thinking of the fucking Taylor Acorn record, I think, yeah.
Yeah, you picked up on that one.
And I was like, I think it recorded like really closely, and we're both like, look at us fucking picking up on shit that most people are supposed to pick up on.
Yeah, they were recorded a day apart.
That's why but yeah, great record. I always forget what Creeper sounds like until we listen to Creeper. I don't know what I always imagine them to sound like, but it's never this. So it's always like oh shit, cool. No, that's cool. I don't fucking know. But great. Definitely not a genre or a sound that I listen to often, but when I do listen to it, it is Creeper that I go to. Fucking love it. Flawless, awesome. 2 thumbs up for me. Yeah,
we spoke in the interview a little bit about the opening song and how long it is, and he gave a great answer, which is where else would we put it?
Which we were like, no, you actually got our ass there, because where else if you put it in the middle of the record, you're gonna have people fucking yelling at you, man.
Yeah, he's like, we wanted people to listen to the whole thing, so logically we start the album off with it, and I was like, dude, that's so true.
Something there.
It's a solid fucking album. I mean, the opener being 9 minutes is certainly on paper looks like hell, but in actuality is a very solid song that flows very well and does not feel like 9 minutes. It felt like it the first time because I was watching as the timer went by, but I listened to this one not watching the time go by, and it didn't feel like it was 9 minutes, which was good. A lot of favorites on this album, because I really enjoy the sound that they dove into on this, but I think my favorite is Teenage Sacrifice. Something about that song is incredible, but overall it is a fantastic album, front to back. Highly recommend that you listen to it and then watch our interview with Will.
And my favorite is the Ballad of Spook and Mercy, because that was the one where I was like, oh, I really fuck with this. When we got the advance. So yeah, really good. And I do remember, I think you texted me or I texted you when we saw there was like a fucking 9-minute opener, and we were like, dude, what the fuck did we get ourselves into? But
well, because like when you look at it on paper, there's the 9-minute song, and there are a lot of 4-minute songs on the album. And I mean, the runtime on this thing is 42 minutes, and there's 10 songs, and I was like, oh fuck, but it don't feel like that. It flows very well. They did a great job with track listing, and overall got no complaints about it. Very solid album.
Very.
Free Throw put out their new album, Lessons That We Swear to Keep. Free Throw, another solid fucking banger. Did not speak to them about this album, but we spoke to them about the last one. So if you like the last album, you should go listen to the interview after you check out the new record, though. We just won't be talking about the new record in that interview. But very, very solid album. Opens with a song featuring Tades from Hot Mulligan. What a collab that I didn't know I needed kind of thing. Very solid track, but overall, very, very solid album. I saw Corey from the band tweeting today that they actually own the masters on the album. They licensed it. They licensed it to Wax Bodega for vinyl, but they own the masters. So if you want, you'll be actually supporting the band by streaming the album.
That's fucking awesome.
Love when that happens.
That's amazing. You rarely hear about that. Great fucking record. This, at least the closer specifically, really gives me just a sense of nostalgia. I don't know. I always love when closers just kind of have that feeling at the end where it's just, I don't know. It's one of the better closers that I've heard this year. I feel like I could say, because it makes me feel something in my chest. And it's not like crying or anything, but it's just kind of like that joy or just something. I don't know. They fucking invoked something in me. You guys did good with that one. Record's really good. It keeps the energy well. I believe there are 2 slower songs, including the last track. I think it's the last 2. And I think they work really well. It's not a snooze fest, thankfully. But yeah, I genuinely really, really fucking like this record.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good job,
and
guys.
Free throw. We're free when you're free.
We're free throw when you're free throw.
Stop. They're gonna say no now.
They're gonna be like, oh, like that. Troye Sivan dropped his new album, Something to Give Each Other. I was so scared, okay? I was really scared because I have such a strong emotional attachment to Bloom, because it was the first record that I bought, like physically bought, first one ever. And it was like the only record that I was able to listen to on my little CD thing, even though I didn't have Spotify, because fuck Spotify, I guess. I don't know. I never got it. I think I got it like closer to the podcast, because I was like, this is what I
remember the first handful of podcast episodes. You were like, yeah, I listened to it on my phone today, so I listened to the whole playlist on shuffle, and I was like, it's okay, Shane. It's okay.
I would have to plug in listen. If albums had like transitions or anything, I would have to listen on YouTube. That's how bad it was. But I have really, really strong emotional attachment to Bloom. It's one of my favorite albums ever, like top 10. So going into this, I was like, please don't fuck up your catalog, please. He opens up with Rush, and that is like one of my favorite singles that's been dropped this year, because it's just such a fun little club, little dancey little beat or whatever. And then it goes into What's the Time, Where Are You? And I was like, okay, it's good. It keeps the energy. I was a little worried because the intro was a little slower, and I was like, fuck. And then it, ramps up, and I'm like, okay, good. One of Your Girls is good. It's not my favorite. I don't understand why he made it into a single, especially the featured single that he released alongside the record. He looks crazy good in it, though. The fucking music video I saw, and I was like, damn. In My Room was good. Still Got It was good. Can't Go Back Baby got me sad. And then Got Me Started was great. Silly was great. Honey was good. And How to Stay With You was sad as fuck.
Yeah.
So overall, great record. I will be having this on repeat because it does have that Troye Sivan oomph to it. I was worried that the entire record was going to sound like Rush, which is good. It's a good song, but I don't want a full album of that. So he did still have elements of Blue Neighborhood and Bloom in it, but just more matured and grown up. Obviously talking about fucking different topics, because Bloom was all about his current boyfriend, and it was like, I'm so in love. I love you so much. And then this one is like, I lost my boyfriend and I'm sad. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But yeah, sorry. Great record. I love Troye Sivan. I love his music. Voice, great. Everything, great. Great record.
Yeah, this album was pretty solid. The singles were definitely on the more upbeat side. And there are a lot of slower and sadder moments as the album progresses. Overall, it was pretty solid. The way that it was set up with the track list made it a vibe, with the there's the up and the down. It's a wave, basically. 90% of artists we talk to, when asked that question, that's kind of what they say, is they're going for the up and down. He nailed that perfectly. Kept my attention throughout, and I can't complain. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Troye Sivan, if you're watching this, we are available when you are available.
Mhm.
Please come on the podcast.
Yeah, we are free when you're free. Bang the line.
Please. Yes.
Pink Shift dropped their new EP, Suraksha. Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
I did it. Super solid EP. It's basically a 12-minute song.
It was very just straightforward. Like it didn't. Yeah. Yes,
my favorite part about it is definitely the fact that the songs stand alone on their own, because 2/3 of it were obviously dropped as singles. But when listening to it as an EP, it is basically one complete piece of music with the transitions that are baked into the songs. And it feels like one big song, because it's basically building into To Me, which when we talked about it on the podcast, we were like, because that was the first single, we were like, damn, really sad and soft Pink Shift song.
Pink Shift, what's going on?
An interesting single for sure, but excited to see where this goes. And then Home, we're like, it got slower.
Damn, guys, what's going
Is
on
everything
here?
all right? But so it's like it's funny to be like, we were like, it's this one's slow. It probably is not going to get slower, right? And then it got slower, and now we're like, To Me, because it's just like building into that song. Now I see the vision for it. When it was dropped as a single, I did not see the vision for it. I was hella confused. But this EP is incredible. Very good. I enjoyed it very much.
It's crazy seeing how their music has evolved and how they've become, I don't want to call it experimental, but I mean, this is an EP. It's pretty experimental to have 2 slow songs and then just a more energetic song, because just their last record, I can't remember what.
Yeah, last thing was an album.
It was an album. Debut. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was a really good one. It was just like go, and then just seeing them kind of go into this for their next release, it's just crazy. But they're very confident in it, and they fucking delivered regardless. But it's just really cool to see a band that, in my head, is known for their energy, especially stage presence wise, is known for their energy and loud music, go to kind of a slower, sadder side. And the fact that they're still able to pull that off and still kind of have me listen is fucking incredible.
Yeah, locked in the whole time.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
Hell yeah.
Well done. It's awesome. Spirit Box dropped a new single, Cellar Door.
Hell yeah.
They're heavy as hell.
Very fucking heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to see where this EP is going to go. It comes out in a couple weeks, November 3rd. This one's heavy. It just keeps getting heavier.
Yes.
Every
keeps getting heavier.
Single song. So should be exciting to see where the EP goes. I liked it. Pretty heavy. I like Spirit Box. State of the Scene called Spirit Box the Water Parks and Metalcore.
That's who they were referring to. Because in the clip they didn't say who they were referring to, and I was like, "Are we talking about fucking Ice Nine Kills? What the fuck?" Okay.
It was so funny. Based off the visuals, I guess maybe sonically, no. I don't know. I don't get that comparison, but I was laughing watching the video, the little clip. But yeah, the song's solid. Stoked for the EP, and Glory's confused as shit now.
No, because I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand that comparison, because it's like they don't approach their fans the same way as Water Parks does. They don't have the same demographic that Water Parks does.
And I would argue even
Ice Nine Kills would have made more sense calling them the Water Parks and Metalcore, because
I would even argue their visuals aren't like
Water Parks adjacent.
Yeah, I mean, Water Parks and Spirit Box, I guess, both pay very close attention to their visuals and definitely create a very visually, nice visual experience. But I don't know. It's a weird comparison.
I don't know. It's strange. It was silly, though. I saw the clip and I was like, hee hee hee. Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon put out their new single, Dark Side. So normally when I hear a Bring Me the Horizon song, I don't say I've heard this before. I've heard this before.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, like normally I don't get a sense of familiarity when I listen to new Bring Me the Horizon. At least, obviously, old stuff. You know, I've listened to 37 bands that have copied Sempiternal. So Sempiternal does not sound as original as it did when it came out in 2011. But yeah, I listened to this and I was like, I've heard this kind of pop rock before.
Yeah, I feel like it's a step in the right direction though, because their last couple singles have been a little, eyebrow raisers.
Yeah.
Out there. But honestly, I did like this track a lot. I listened to it, I was like, oh, okay, I could fuck with this type of Bring Me the Horizon. I do kind of wish that I was a fan when they were in their heavier era, because I feel like it's just such a controversial time to be a Bring Me the Horizon fan, because you have the fucking old heads in the community that are like, Bring Me the Horizon is pop garbage now. And it's like, just fucking enjoy the music or don't. I don't fucking care. But it's just like, you got so many fucking yappers in your ear now if you're a Bring Me the Horizon fan now, because it's like you can't enjoy this music because it's not their music from fucking 20 years ago or whatever the hell. But I liked it.
That's good. I'm glad you liked it, Glory.
Did you like it?
I liked it too. I liked it too. It's just weird, like listening to a Bring Me the Horizon song that's new and being like, I've heard other bands do this, because they're usually the trendsetters, not the trend followers.
They are. Yeah.
So that's why these fucking last couple of songs have been so weird. Like they're always the eyebrow raising band, not the pondering, because I'm trying to figure out what band did this before them kind of thing.
Who sounds like this? You're like, oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I like the song because it wasn't as out there as some of the other tunes that we have heard over the past couple of months. Patiently waiting for a release date on Post-Human Survival Horror 2, Post-Human 2. I think we dropped the Survival Horror Post-Human 2. I don't know when that's coming.
Don't expect it anytime soon.
2035.
Like anytime. Maybe if we're lucky. Yeah, I think so.
They also announced a tour with Sleep Token, and I know a lot of people out there are Sleep Token fans, but if Bring Me the Horizon takes Sleep Token out on tour in the US, I don't think I'll be attending.
How? Oh, if it's in the UK?
But it's in Australia.
Oh, that's why I didn't hear about it. Australia.
Yeah. It's Bring Me the Horizon.
What did they do to deserve that tour? What the fuck?
Bring Me the Horizon, Sleep Token, and Make Them Suffer, and another band that is slipping my mind right now. Yeah, but not a big, because like then I was like, oh fuck, Sleep Token and Bring Me the Horizon are both on Sick New World together. I might, my streak of not seeing Sleep Token might be coming to an end. And maybe you'll become a fan this late spring into early summer. No, I'll probably go buy merch.
You're gonna be like, fuck, I'm a Sleep Token fan now. No, you're gonna be a fucking fan.
Yeah, what do you work for the fucking band? You putting a gun to my head?
You're gonna be a fucking Sleep Token fan if it's the last thing you. No, man, I didn't really like their last record.
We didn't listen. Did you listen to the last record in your free time?
Yeah, because my friends were like, it's so good.
Sorry,
and I listened to it and I was like,
I heard one Sleep Token song off this new record on Octane, because I was driving my mom's car and listening to Octane a lot, because she's got Sirius, and then I came home and tweeted that I don't understand Sleep Token, and like 7 people tried to explain Sleep Token to me, and I still don't get it.
Now my weekend dropped a new single, Hurricane Weather. Yeah, we look so good together. Okay.
Dude, sorry, they finally announced a new record.
Yeah, they announced it with this fucking single. Yeah, I remember seeing it being like, oh, he didn't lie. There's an actual record. It was crazy. Yeah.
He finally broke the streak of saying things on the podcast and not following through. Yeah, Pat.
Woo! Pat, so proud of you. This fucking song, I do really like it. I do like it. It's a little groovy. It's a little funky. He does a little dance every time he sings along to it, and it makes me smile because I'm like, look at little Pat dancing. I say little, bro is like, he fucking towers over me. But yeah, great fucking song. I do really like this one.
Yeah, this song is solid. Stoked for the upcoming album. Stoked that the song is out. I'm with Glory. The silly little dancing to the song on TikTok and Instagram has been entertaining to watch. and
So
I
it's
am
like, woo.
stoked for everybody to hear the upcoming album. Hell yeah, it comes out in a couple weeks, November 3rd.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely the fucking lone wolf of the singles so far. Just thinking of the other tracks, they've always been very energetic. And like this song is good. It's just it is a little more laid back.
As
just a
laid back as
smidge.
Not My Weekend can get.
Literally, yeah. This is the most
I
laid
mean,
back they can get.
that's not counting the acoustic songs on the EP. But we're talking about the singles thus far.
Exactly, yeah.
Mayday Parade dropped a new single, Miracle.
Sad ass song, bro. Sad as fuck.
They're
Mayday
back.
Parade.
They're doing it again, man. Love Mayday Parade.
Love these guys. Great song. I thought it was a good song.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn.
That's basically how I feel every time I listen to Mayday Parade. I'm just like, damn. Sad as fuck, and they wrote the same song again. We're never having them on the podcast.
Fuck. No, because you fucking always say that shit. Mayday Parade, I love you.
I love Mayday Parade with all my heart. I'm seeing them in December at Starland Ballroom. It's sold out already. I never miss a Mayday Parade show in New Jersey. I love the band to death, but I mean, come on, man. It
doesn't fucking sound like Jamie all over.
No.
There you go. There you go. That's all I gotta say. American Teeth dropped a new single, Green Thumb. Awesome song. Love this song. Good job, American Teeth.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like the song as well. I've been liking the kind of vibe on these past couple of singles because this is what now the third single? Yes, third single because there was Waiting Room and then there was Hospital and now we've got Green Thumb. They've all got the same cover art, which is interesting.
Makes you tap your chin a little bit.
Yeah, it makes me scratch my head and
scratch your head. You mean scratch your chin, bro?
Scratch my head and do a little this to the chin. And,
scratch my head and rub my chin.
My head was itchy, so I scratched my head.
Good. Tantrum.
But yeah, this song was solid. Interesting to see this direction with the project. Stoked to see where it goes. Hopefully, an album or an EP or something. We got the same cover art. Fingers crossed on that one. Have Mercy dropped a new single, Alive. I almost stumbled over that band name.
Have Murphy. Murphy.
And they announced their new album that comes out at the end of December. Very stoked about that.
Hell yeah.
Dude. And when we spoke to Have Mercy when they dropped the EP and they came back. That came out last year. Yeah, because that EP came out last year. So
ages ago, bro.
Yeah, stoked on all of that, but stoked for this upcoming album. A big Have Mercy fan, because they write the sad shit. That's for goddamn sure.
They got that shit down.
Yep. And this is no exception. They got it.
They got it. Great fucking song though. I did enjoy it. Good job, guys. Clap, clap, clap all around.
Hell yeah.
Kill the Lights dropped a new single, Scapegoat. I like Kill the Lights. I liked this song. Yeah.
All the cover arts have had the same kind of vibe. Patiently waiting to see what's next. Definitely scared us with that return single. Neither of us like that shit. But we have been coming to since then. This is another banger. Stoked to see what is next. Manifesting an album going into 2024 here. Ice Nine Kills dropped their new single Meet and Greet. It is the only new song off of their upcoming deluxe album that drops this Friday. Gonna have a lot of acoustic, orchestral, instrumental.
We will not
songs.
be covering that.
We will not be covering that.
I'm saying that right now.
That's
we're not.
Fine. I was gonna tell you we're not covering that because I know you and you'd be like, oh, but I just love Ice Nine Kills so much.
No. This is the only time I need to talk about them because I do not. I only did that for fucking Motionless because like they only did like 4 tracks for like their orchestral, but theatrical.
Theirs are like the theatrical thing. This is literally just like
fucking violins and horns, which is cool, and I'll probably maybe listen to it on my own time. but it's not my
we don't have to
my
make
cup
us
of tea.
we don't have to try to talk about it together.
No, we don't have to add an extra fucking hour to the playlist to be like, you know, it was definitely orchestral, and then move
It definitely
on.
had strings. It definitely had some violin.
That's crazy, right?
It was crazy, dude.
Crazy. But this song, so I listened to the advance because I have Psychos only somehow for whatever reason. I canceled it, but it still gave me my year. So thanks,
Nice.
Spencer. I listened to the advance and it cut it off like a minute before it ended, so I didn't get the entire thing for whatever. I mean, I'm paying fucking money. Shouldn't you guys give me the full fucking song? Anyways, and I was like, oh shit, this is really, really good because you know it's New Ink. It's one of my favorite bands. I don't know, it goes from like first to second to first to second. I don't fucking know. Listening to it the second time, it's still a great song. Breakdown is crazy. I love what he does with his voice where he kind of like goes up and up and up, and then he kind of like, then the breakdown happens. It's very, I fucking love it. I always imagine kind of like a butterfly fluttering when fucking vocalists do that shit with their voice. It makes no sense, but that's how I see it and that's how it sounds. But I don't know if I definitely understand why it's a fucking B-side, because to me it does not match the energy of Horrorwood like at all.
No.
But everyone around me is like, they should have put this on fucking Horrorwood and they should have made like take your pick a B-side. I don't understand what you guys are saying. This does not match Horrorwood at all. It would have matched the third project better. I wish they held on to it until the third project, but they are kind of nearing, I don't want to say their peak, but they're getting like up there in popularity. Horrorwood did that for them. So I understand why they're kind of putting a new song out to kind of like hold fans until Horrorwood 3, Silver Scream 3 is ready. And that's confirmed. So that's not fucking spoiling anything. I just don't know if it's like a favorite or anything. Because I listened to it and my reaction was just like the full thing. My reaction was just like, oh, that was good. Yeah. You know, I didn't freak out about it. I thought I would have. So I'm kind of disappointed because, again, everyone around me is saying it's like the best shit ever. And I'm like, you know, it's just good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too. I like the song. Thought it was solid. You spent a lot more time with Horrorwood than I did. So you would know better than I would. But I agree with you that it doesn't quite fit in. It makes sense as the B-side. There was just like a certain kind of vibe to that record that this song didn't have. But definitely a solid song. You know, as you said, the breakdown is crazy. And you know, I'm glad that they're capping off the Horrorwood you know, album cycle universe, whatever it is with them. It's not just an album cycle, it's a whole fucking movie. They're capping it off, and we can move into the third one. You know, and that they get some time off because boy oh boy, they came out swinging with this album, and it is obviously paid off. I mean, the success. I started out the album cycle started out. I saw them in a 2,000 cap room. I mean, I'm gonna go see them play fucking. I saw them play the Side Theater in Madison Square Garden last year. You saw them play arenas this year. Yeah. We're both gonna go see them in pretty huge theaters. So it's paid off, and
it's working.
They deserve a break. You know, they opened for Metallica. No big deal though.
No biggie.
So, you know, stoked for the break, and you know, for them to get some time off, and you know, for the next album, because they have toured the ever living hell out of Horrorwood.
What break are you talking about right now? Because there's no break in, like, they're on break right now for like 2 weeks, and then
but then they got the end of the year.
They got like a little bit of December. Yeah, they got December, and then but they're probably gonna fucking announce something for like January.
No, I feel like they were all that there was like talks about there being time off, and then because like obviously they've got the UK next year, and then some of 2024 in the summer with Metallica.
Keep forgetting about that.
But
yeah,
they got time. They got time.
Okay. Yeah. Remembered. Okay. Water parks. Shamini Single, Sneaking Out of Heaven. This shit is fucking beautiful. This is a song that I do not classify as a B-side. I accidentally listened to this before going on the podcast playlist because that's just how I listen to the new music. I listen to my shit, and then when it's time to listen to new music, I listen to the new music. But I was just listening to Intellectual Property for whatever fucking reason on Friday, and it was at the end of IP, and I was like, whoa, because it scared me because I was like, what fucking song is this?
Yeah.
And it is so fun. The line where he's like, if you're toxic, I'll wear a hazmat. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. I love this track a lot. I don't know if you could tell. It has been on repeat all today, and I really, really like this cute little song. It's so awesome.
It's good to hear, my friend.
No!
Dude, I wasn't a big fan of it.
No! You're gonna love it in like 2 weeks. You're gonna fucking love it in 2 weeks.
I don't know. It kind of like falls under the umbrella of like kind of Funeral Gray. I'm not a huge fan of that song, but like Two Best Friends, like in that umbrella of songs. I'm just like, I'm not.
You just named two of my favorite.
I'm not a fan of those songs. Like the more like obviously Intellectual Property as a whole is a great album, and Water Parks is the kind of band where I struggled. Like I have songs that I do not like necessarily, but if I listen to the full record, it works so well that like, yes, if that song comes on a Spotify radio or comes on a playlist, I'm skipping it, but listening through the full record, I can get through it. Two Best Friends is the only song where it is like at the point where I just don't like that song. But this is just I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. It's a little too poppy for me. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm sure it will grow on me. I know. I mean, they named the fucking tour after the song, so I'm sure they're going to be playing it. And I'm sure by then I'll like it. But first thoughts on it is interesting for sure. But they've been doing the thing with this record where they fucking confuse the shit out of me, and then it's just like 6 months later, I'm like, this is the best piece of music ever. So I got hopes. I don't write this band off. I had my Caleb Shomo moment with this band long time ago. So I don't write them off anymore. But yeah, and I also the fact that Austin has talked so much about no B-sides, no deluxe albums, and I don't know what you call a song tacked on to the bottom of an album post-release. But
it's not a B-side.
Not a B-side. Because if you don't call it a deluxe, it's not a B-side. No. So that's a little confusing to me. There's been no clarity on what the fuck that's all about, and if there's going to be more of this. And I don't know, man. That's the most confusing part, is because he's just been so vocal about no B-sides, no deluxe, and here we are.
Yeah.
But other than that's honestly been more confusing to me than anything about this whole song.
People are saying it's going to be a sister album to Intellectual Property, but that makes no sense because they share the same cover art. I feel like if it was, it would have completely different cover art, and they wouldn't tack it on to Intellectual Property on streaming services.
The whole thing is so confusing to me because it's tacked on to the back of Intellectual Property, but the color that they used to promote it was that green.
Green, yeah.
The fuck? They used the red from the cover art to promote Intellectual Property. We knew the cover of the album art before we knew anything about the album. But we got this weird fucking green color, and then it's on the Intellectual Property. We could go into Parksy theories all day, but we've already been doing this for an hour and a half. Wargasm dropped their new single, Modern Love. Album comes out at the end of the month. Another absolute smacker. It is no Fred Durst feature, but it is still solid. This band rocks.
I'm just going to say it. I feel like Wargasm makes music for hot people. Does that make sense? It's just their music is just like that music. Yeah. I don't know.
I feel hot when I listen to Wargasm.
It's just like, what's going on? Yeah. Shit's just so good. I love it so much. Stoked. Awesome. Great. Oh, yeah. Blink-182 dropped a new single, Fell in Love. Again, fucking Tom lost his twang. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Still great though. Mark, I guess you're the only one I could trust here, I guess. You and fucking
Travis.
The drummer.
Travis Barker.
Fuck Travis. Sorry, Travis. You guys are the only ones I could trust because Tom, he's a fucking loose cannon. I don't know when he's gonna fucking have his twang or not. But yeah, I liked it. Again, it's just Mark is the only one that sounds like Mark.
Yeah, I'm so lost on this whole album rollout, and the album comes out this Friday, which I'm very happy about because if I got to see another Blink-182 single in the playlist, I'm gonna lose it. But I don't know. Like last week, we were like, "Oh my god, all right, it's still Blink-182 we know and love," and now it's just like, what the actual fuck even is this song?
Exactly. It's just like they keep fucking it up, but like I don't want to say fucking it up because we fucking say it all the time when artists are like, our fans are mad at us because it doesn't sound like their old shit. And we're like, well, then just don't listen to it. And we're the fans who are like, this doesn't sound like your old shit. But it's like they have songs that sound like it, like one single that they've put out, and then they have songs that just sound like nothing like Blink.
But they've kept the immature vibe going since Tom came back.
Yeah.
I mean, the first song was Edging.
Was called Edging.
And then their live show felt like it was 1995. So like it's just kind of expected.
Yeah.
And then like one of the songs off of, or maybe it was last week's single, I can't remember if it was one of the B-side songs or just last week's single, had it opens up with Tom talking about masturbation. So it's like, they're back now. And now like this is a blend of like the sound off that song, but the vibe of the double single where we were like, they're all grown up now. But it's like everybody's also for the past 20 years been like, all right, can Blink-182 grow up? So it's like we got what we asked for with Tom in the band now. Like we asked for Tom to come back, we asked them for grow up. They did both those things, and now it's like, all right, guys, can we go make dick jokes now?
He said, please, we missed the dick joke, guys, please.
More songs like Edging. I don't know.
I don't fucking know what to do here.
This one's a mouthful. Don Broco, the home team, The Color 8, Skylar Accord, and Ryan Oakes dropped a remix of Birthday Party. It's the Party in the USA remix. It is the full tour package out with Don Broco right now. Did a remix of Birthday Party, their new hit smash single. Glory is single-handedly keeping the streams up on that song.
Like 500 streams on that shit. Man.
Yeah,
it's getting a little embarrassing.
And this is certainly an interesting mix because the tour package is an interesting mix of bands and artists. Yeah. But I think it's solid, to put this many people on a song and it not be just a total train wreck is certainly a feat in and of itself.
Absolutely. I think it's great. I do just wish there was like a tinge more of the original in there besides just the beat. But I also do think they kind of took it's very, very new to compare it to because obviously they were both probably made around the same time. But the kind of Paramore thing where it's just like remix, but it's just kind of like this person's version of the song, which is a remix. I don't fucking know. So I'm conflicted in that part where it's like they did the thing.
At least they didn't destroy the integrity of the song, though.
They didn't destroy the integrity. It's still recognizable
it's still
as Birthday Party. Yeah. It's still fucking Birthday Party. I think everyone shines on it. They gave everyone a good amount of time to show, what they bring to the tour. I wish more artists would do this. Because I don't know, I think it's cute when they have a whole song with like everyone on there. So I think that's awesome. I love the original song a lot. I just wanted to say that. Avenged Sevenfold and Pussy Riot dropped a new remix. We Love You More, but it's MOAR. My friend actually threatened me if I didn't cover this on the podcast. So that's why this 2-week-old remix is on the playlist.
It sucks.
They actually agree with you on that. So that's great. I actually liked it.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you have ears?
I do.
Do you need to tune your hearing aids? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hearing aids. It's just very repetitive, but it's just kind of like how they're saying it. It's just very addicting. Oh. I'm not gonna listen to it again. Respectfully, respectfully. But I thought in the one time, because I only listened, I didn't revisit it, so maybe it was shit. But in the one time that I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is actually good. I like this. But damn, You did not like it, so that's
No.
completely. I'm not.
I knew I wasn't gonna like it because we avoided this whole album cycle like the plague after we heard the first single. And I was like, we'll talk about the next one too because it's just gonna be funny. And it was so hilariously bad that I didn't want to just absolutely bash shit of it on the podcast. And then I put the album on the playlist, and then the playlist was too long, and I was like, yeah, we don't have to listen to this. And then you just got to put the remix of this fucking probably not good song to begin with, because I heard really not good things about this album, and
everyone that I've spoken to, meaning my friend who likes this album. Actually, no, I have fucking 3 friends who like fucking Avenged. They all tell me, they're like, you gotta listen to the album like 4 times and then you'll get it. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I don't have the time to listen to. I think it's like an hour-long album 4 times. I can't do that, guys. I really can't. Yeah. But I remember I did listen to bits and pieces of the album, and I do remember this song, and I remember being like, but I do prefer the remix. So the bar was in hell, and now it's like the roof of hell.
Yeah, well, I would have preferred that you didn't put this on here. But that's what I got to say about that. That is all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Facebook, Instagram, it's Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming service ever is Good Noise Podcast. Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. It's Patreon. It's patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Where you got your Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, and your important plugs. Then we're going to sign the fuck off.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, my brother, my uncle, Matt from Pulses, Jeremy Brady, Zari, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coach Lover, Buzz Lightsky, and Matt, again from Pulses. Thank you, Matt. Sam and Zari. Thank you again, Zari. Thank you to everyone who supports us. We appreciate you.
Thanks, everybody. You're the best.
Important plugs. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian Hate. Free Palestine. Be a decent person. Just be good.
Well, that's all we got today. I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.